Welcome to the Culinary Vegetable Institute. I'm Jamie Simpson, and today we're going to look at extending the life of leafy greens at ambient temperature. Our shelf life we're extremely proud of. I don't think that there's another operation anywhere that can compare to the shelf life of these things. But when they come out and they're sitting on the plate, the timer starts, and it doesn't matter who you are, but the timer starts. And we just want to extend that a little bit. We did this event for Bocuse d'Or, and Phil Tessier came. Phil Tessier was at the French Laundry. And then this pizza and rolls, he said, just put them under a little bit of ice water in a bowl in the vacuum chamber, put a napkin on it, and the effect was amazing, you know, and it allowed then this pizza and roll to sit on the plate as it gets served and arrive to the guests as it was placed, right? Even like old dead, like already wilted leaves, we can bring a lot of this back to life. Not all of it, but we can bring a lot of this back to life. And that could be valuable for you in your operation too. If you're finding, you know, my parsley dies in the walk-in and all I can do is sauce. Well, we can bring it back, I think. All right, so the process is pretty simple here. In this case, we're just gonna take a handful of each of these items and we'll run them through the system and we'll talk about it and watch it, all that other stuff. We'll start with these pizza rolls. Beautiful, sized great, and we just want to keep them that way, that's all. So in this bowl, we've got a little ice water, not much. We've got a colander here. You don't need this, you could dump it right in, but I don't want to fit out ice cubes later, so I'm going to use the colander. And if I can get these leaves submerged fully, then we've done our job. Next, we'll just take a quick napkin, C-fold, any kind of napkin, fabric, cloth, whatever. I use these shop towels, and we just press into the surface. Can you see that? Now, we prefer to use the Henkelman Boxer 35. Let me make sure we're fit here. We gotta start over. Bowl's too big. Also, the size of the bowl really only depends on the size of your vacuum chamber. This is a Boxer 35 by Henkelman, and it'll hold this bowl. Yours might not. Yours might just be a, you know, hotel pan or, you know, who knows? Figure that out for yourself. We should be out there instead. Wouldn't that be nice? We're looking for our leaves to be fully, you know, almost glassy, icy, like as if it were like frozen solid. You know, maybe if I went through a cycle in the vacuum chamber, I'd be a little more vibrant. Yes. Just give it a quick spin cycle, just to get that excess water off, which is important, right? If you're gonna store these things, you don't want wet leaves. Pea tendrils, we're still, you know, we're still at it. You know, 2 hours is a long time for a pea tendril to sit out. It's pretty good. Lettuces are, you know, famous for wilting and getting soft at ambient temperatures. Think about it. Every salad, you know, that you dress, every display you've ever, you know, made, lettuce is the first to go. This will help that. Same deal. It can happen with, you know, with anything. And here we're just going to do the same thing. We're just going to submerge the lettuce under a little bit of ice water, and we'll let it swim. Here, it's very apparent that we're partially compressed, right? These little almost pixelated leaves here are segmented by, again, a sort of vascular system of the leaf. And where it's still almost white, tells me there's still gas and air in the leaf. And what we want to do, if you can see that stem, how glassy that is, we want to force our ice water into all these little crevices. What happens here, that CO2 leaves through the leaf, but nothing replaces it, and it just dies. Did you see the air bubble going up the stem? It was a really small air bubble. When I held it upside down, it just went, ooh. Never seen that before. I mean, everything's really changed. This leaf is almost transparent. It's not a permanent aesthetic. Over time, it does kind of sort of naturalize back. Almost looks as if it's frozen. You can see my finger through it, right? A little different here. You shouldn't have massive amounts of produce out at any time. Just take what you need, especially for service, you know, just take what you need, bring it to the line. But we'll just take it one step further. I expect 24 hours on this lettuce. We should be able to keep this out for 24 hours. Basil is, you know, the notorious for its premature death. And this is quick because they're really delicate. So we're just gonna pop these in, just enough for service. Perfect. Let's say I'm a pastry chef and I've got a, you know, big important event and we've made our cake. Let's call it a wedding. And we would like to decorate, bury this cake in flowers. Violas without this technique would not be an option. With this technique, suddenly become available. We all know this one. This is could be radishes, could be turnips in this case, obviously. And serving them as is not an option. You see the difference? It's like a time machine. It's been about 2 hours, I think, right? As we saw with the turnip tops, they're not dead, they're just really, really thirsty. And we can give them an emergency IV under vacuum, send them up into space, and then bring them back down to Earth, and they'll be, you know, ready for work. The waste implications of this, I think, are huge. There's a lot of opportunity here to really prevent this from ever being an option. And just because you see this in your restaurant at any point with any leaves, herbs, flowers, whatever, it doesn't mean they're dead. They're just a little thirsty. Another thing we talked about was, you know, the pastry chef new opportunities with flowers, right? Now, never before could you leave this viola out at room temperature for 2 hours. It's not possible. But today we've shown you how. And I hope that opens new windows and new doors of opportunity for all of these plants. Thank you for joining us at the Culinary Vegetable Institute. If you find this content relevant, that's excellent. Subscribe. We're gonna do a lot of videos like this, and we'd love to hear your thoughts. We wanna know if there's something we can change or do, or if there's something you can do, or you wanna see us do, whatever it is, let us know. Smash that like button. Hit that subscribe button. We'll be doing more of these videos. You can like us on Facebook too.